Hermann Northeast. Heath?
I should stop off and give these guys a business card. I work for a hospital, so you might need me later. So these are about, right? These are about. So, thank you for having me today. I'm pleased to be here. I might be a little disappointing today because I don't have the Affordable Care Act on my agenda. But what I'll let it do is sink in a little bit today, let you guys kind of pay attention to what's being said and talk to Scott about maybe coming back at the next meeting and having a topic of conversation about what that means to the community, what it means to the hospitals, etc. So we'll just stay out of that for today if that's okay with you guys. But my goal here today was just to kind of update you on some things happening at Memorial Hermann Northeast Hospital that we're very excited about. As you guys know, we've been now working to really transition the hospital to another level over the last 5, almost 6 years now, and having had now 2 of our most successful years in that 6-year history over last year and was finishing this year. This month, actually, our fiscal year ends June 30th, and so we're very pleased with the progress that we've made. And there's really 3 things that I wanted to highlight for you guys today that have been kind of the highlights of this past year. And it's 3 recognitions that we've received as a hospital after some hard work and a lot of focus from the staff working tirelessly at the hospital to continuously improve the environment of patient care. One of those was a visit that we had by the Joint Commission. We've been working hard in our neurosciences arena to improve the experience, improve the service offering, and bring new services to the hospital related to both stroke care and spinal surgery. And the most recent accreditation that we received was an advanced certification from the Joint Commission on a disease-specific primary stroke center for the efforts that the staff have gone into to really improve that patient care. And what does that mean to you? You know, when you have a certified primary stroke center, that basically means a couple of things. One is that we're accountable to what the national standards are for providing stroke care in the entire country. Those are very measurable standards. They're known throughout the country. And we can prove that we are following the national standards when it comes to providing care for stroke patients. 2, it means that it's available to you 24/7. Okay, when the Joint Commission comes and visits you, you have to prove that you're not just doing something 8 to 5, because strokes can happen at any point in time throughout the day. So it is a service and a program that's available 24/7 around the clock for patients that suffer any signs and symptoms of a stroke. And the 3rd thing it does is make sure that the community becomes aware of what those signs and symptoms are for stroke awareness. We have a very strict program we have to follow about getting information out into the community. We have partnerships in place with a lot of the community organizations as well as the local EMS agencies across the area in terms of helping us get that education and awareness out into the community. And because that's how you get people aware of what's going on, because you need to get that care as quickly as possible, especially when it's regards to a stroke. There are some very, very tight windows for certain care aspects of a stroke, whether you're a TPA candidate or not. Things have to be done within the first 60 minutes, within the first 3 hours. So it's important, if you're ever experiencing those signs and symptoms of a stroke, to get to a hospital as quickly as you can so that some of those therapies can be delivered to you in a timely manner. So that was one. The second one was we had an advancement. We've been in an accredited chest pain center over the last 3 years, but we had a reaccreditation of that and received an advancement through that process of an accredited chest pain center with PCI, meaning that if you have a heart attack, we're one of the places where you can come for that to be cured. And there's a lot of elements into that chest pain center accreditation that are required, just like there is from a stroke perspective. One of the things that we're most proud of is there's a very measurable statistic of what's called door to PCI. That's short for kind of the time you walk in the door with a heart attack to the time they actually put a stent in your artery that actually relieves the blockage, and that goal is 90 minutes. We measure that across our entire healthcare system, all of our hospitals. Northeast Hospital is only one of 2 hospitals in the entire Memorial Hermann system that has achieved that on 100% of the cases this past year. And so that's something we're very excited about. So that's something that you can have confidence in knowing that a hospital here in your community is doing the right things, and not only doing the right things, but doing them for every single patient that walks in the door with a heart attack. So that's something that we're excited about. Third, we had another award that was given to us through the Texas Medical Foundation that improves organization or recognizes organizations for improvement in overall quality. The Joint Commission actually has four main sort of priorities, if you will. Those are heart failure, heart attack, pneumonia, and surgical care. The Texas Medical Foundation helps recognize hospitals for improvements in those four main categories of focus. And Northeast Hospital was awarded the silver award for quality improvement in those four areas based on those focus strategies that the Joint Commission has laid out nationally. So those are some exciting things that we have happening at Memorial Hermann Northeast Hospital. We're continuing to position ourselves to be a viable source of healthcare resource for this community as we continue to work out our mission of the last 35 plus years here in this area. So with that, I'll stop and I'll see if you guys have any questions at all for me, other than the Affordable Care Act. We'll get into that in a lot of detail later. All right, well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.